Hi, it's me, David MacArthur again. Your school nights tonight. Are you ready? Let's take a minute and double check. Number 1, make sure you have plenty of the PAC fact sheets and calendars. Number 2, do you have someone to meet the new members at the door and welcome them to your PAC? Number 3, do you have a couple of leaders to take the kids for a 10-minute game? Number 4, have you planned a quick icebreaker to make sure everyone feels comfortable? There's nothing like a good scout song to loosen everyone up, right? Number 5, is someone setting up a display highlighting what makes your PAC so special? Number 6, do you have someone to collect fees and applications? Also, make sure you have some change on hand. And remember, we are only collecting the Boy Scout fees at school night. PAC dues, save those for a later meeting. Number 7, do you have other PAC leaders to help each grade fill out the paperwork and answer the questions? And number 8, make sure everyone is in uniform. Okay, so everything is ready and you're set, but what do you do when the folks actually show up and come inside? Let's take a few minutes to run through a proposed meeting agenda, which you can find inside your Cub Scout School Night Leaders Guide. Number 1, set up the room. In your school night kit, there are some table signs for each grade. Under each sign, place a den roster upside down for the den leader to fill out before the end of the evening. Number 2, your school night kit also has the following materials: sample Boys Life magazines, youth applications, adult applications, pens, report envelopes, parents guidebook, training flyers, receipt book, den rosters, and more table signs. Number 3, as people show up, make sure they have an application, Boys Life magazine, and parents guide, fact sheet, and PAC calendar. Number 4, ask people to sit around according to grade. Take time to ask their name and get to know them a little bit. Number 5, wait about 15 minutes to allow the latecomers still to come inside. And number 6, once you're ready to start, introduce yourself, thank everyone for coming, take a minute to tell everyone about yourself and about your PAC, where you meet, what times you meet, and what makes your PAC special. This is really a great time for that icebreaker song we already talked about. Not that everyone is going to be loosened up there, but explain that Cub Scouts is a family activity. The boys are organized into dens, and then there's the big PAC meetings as well, and plenty of room for new parents to volunteer and help out in those activities all along the way. Number 7, once they start filling out those applications, don't forget right now to ask for volunteers. You might want to check the crowd, see if there's some former Scouts out there, some Eagle Scouts as well. They could help out, provide some leadership. Look among the parents that are making a lot of eye contact, those you know, those that are participating in active listening. This might also be that good time to send those Scouts out to participate in that 10-minute activity. Allow those adults and parents a time to fill out those applications and ask questions. Number 8, when someone volunteers to be a new leader, make sure you recognize that. Give them a big round of applause. Number 9, a neat tool to help identify some potential new leaders here, a little secret. At each table you'll see that den roster. Ask for someone to fill that out. You only want one person's handwriting on there so you can make sure it's easier to read that way. Typically, the one who volunteers to write it, you might be able to target that person as a den leader. Number 10, make sure everyone knows about the next PAC meeting, the committee meeting, and collect all the applications, the fees, and finally ask for those new volunteers to stay behind for a minute to give them a little follow-up. Provide them some information on training coming up and explain to them the Fast Start program, the youth protection programs, and they can all be found online at scouting.org. Number 11, make sure all those applications are filled out completely and turned into the council office as soon as possible. Once again, if you have any questions, take some time and read your School Night Leaders Guide, or you could call your district executive or your district School Night Leaders team. Keep the meeting about 45 minutes or less because all the folks that walk in the door, when they walk in, they're already sold on scouting. You don't need to sell them again. And most importantly, have fun and good luck. Be prepared. I know you'll do great.